Hey everybody, this is Angela. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a really good day. Um, I wanted I wanted to come on here real quick to talk about something. Now, there's a certain person that I try not to talk about, and I don't have any, you know, any way of showing like videos and clips and all that stuff. Um, not that I would. I don't know if I would want to go that far, but this particular person has been trashing on Jessa Duggar. I think I said this in another video, but the thing is, this person doesn't know when to stop, and people were telling her, I don't know if this was Instagram or Twitter, you know, DNC and the ABORTION is two different things, and she kept on saying that basically it was the same thing. And a lot of people, a lot of women were saying, well, they have had DNCs and their baby had already died and they weren't able to pass it naturally, or I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've never been pregnant, so I don't. Um, I know that miscarriages can be a horrible thing. I know that stillborn births can be a terrible thing. And for this particular person to keep on and on and on trashing this poor woman, young woman who lost her baby, who had to make a difficult decision to have this procedure. And this basically trashing her 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 reputation and this trashing her. It's really vile and evil. And so here's the thing, you know, karma will catch up with this person. And, I don't know how or anything, but I do know there is a ton and a slew of people that cannot wait. And so I don't, I just don't know what to say about when someone is so vicious and nasty and that could hurt and damage someone that had suffered a horrible loss. Jessa is already fragile and she's grieving because in her videos you could tell that Jessa already loved this baby. And so, okay, and I will say this, Jessa is a public figure and she did report it, but that's no reason to take your hatred and your spite on people who has children out on her. And I really think it's all jealousy, and maybe it's because Jessa's got more followers than this particular person. Maybe it's envy because Jessa has a good husband and she has children that she takes care of. That Jessa has a husband who really loves her and takes care of her and protects her. And maybe that's it, you know. But we don't know what goes on behind anyone's closed doors. And no one knows what goes on in someone's marriage. But this particular person claims she knows everything, everything and anything and everything about the Duggar family. My sources, my sources, my sources. I think what she does is she just goes to gossip websites about the family and she takes notes and then she makes up stuff. That's my guess. I got me some peppermint herbal tea. And so, you know, I don't know anything else that I can do but to pray for Jessa and her family. And I don't know, maybe she won't have any more children. Maybe her doctor will tell her, four is enough. But you know what? That is between Jessa and Ben, whether or not they want to have more children. You know, um, my mom and dad, when my mother died, my parents were married 57 years. And my mom wanted my brother and I to be at least 2 to 3 years apart, maybe 4 years apart. But you know what? It didn't happen that way. And my mom had a difficult pregnancy and she almost lost me because she told me she fell and they didn't want to take me. So they let her carry me another week and a half. And then, on February 26th, which was yesterday, I was born. And so she wanted us close together, but we were 9 years apart. And which is okay because he was able to help take care of me and everything. And I don't know what my mom would have done with two little ones under 5 years old. So I think that would have been a little difficult, but she would have been able to handle it, you know. Um, and the things and the names that this particular person calls these kids having children is vile and disgusting. And, you know, it I don't know what went on in this person's childhood. Maybe she had a horrible childhood, who knows? And now she wants to take it out on someone that doesn't even know her. She doesn't even know these people. And I know that when they were doing I know that John David and his wife Abby went through a small town where my cousin's from, and most of my family is from Appalachia, Virginia, and Big Stone Gap, Virginia, Southwest Virginia. I know that my cousin who lives down there was saying that John David and his wife Abby drove was driving through the town and they stopped somewhere and my cousin just happened to see them. I hope I'm telling this right. If I'm not, text me and tell me no, that's not it. But that she met them and they were the kindest and the sweetest people you ever want to meet. And they love the town. Now, a few years before that, I did read that there's a book series, Big Stone Gap, and it's by Adriana Trigiangi. All you gotta do is just go to the library and just look for the books, Big Stone Gap, and it's all about the town and everything back in the 70s. And it's been a long time since I read the first one. Um, but um, it might be in the second book, Bit Cherry Holler, um, that Elizabeth Taylor went down there. And she went down there in the 70s, like 76, 77, something like that. And, excuse me, this was when Elizabeth Taylor was married to John Warner. And so, Elizabeth, I don't really know, nobody really knows exactly what happened, but this was covered in the book. I don't know if they used Elizabeth's name or not, but at one of the restaurants, which I think is closed, everybody and their granny would go to this restaurant. I've been to this restaurant, and so Elizabeth and Senator Warner was there, and Elizabeth got choked on a chicken bone was the thing. They rushed her to the hospital, and of course she was okay and everything, but the media had a field day with it, and this was I want to say this was like Elizabeth's heavy period, where she was kind of heavy, and but she helped campaign for Senator Warner, and she helped him win. Now, whether or not she agreed with everything he said, don't know. Both of them are gone now, but that was a big deal for the people down there to have a celebrity down there. I want to say I was there. I think me and my parents was down there because Senator Warner was down there, and we drove, and I did see the side view of Elizabeth Warner. I mean Elizabeth Taylor, and she went like that, and I remember doing like that, and I guess they were going to go a little ways into town to go to the restaurant. I think it was called a Stagecoach. I don't know because I think it's closed now. And then you hear ambulances and everything, and because my uncle was telling me they just took Elizabeth Taylor to the hospital, and everybody was like, well, what happened? Said they don't know. Of course, nobody knew at that time. And so, they just said she choked on a chicken bone. And, of course, she was all right after that. I think she stayed there overnight, and everybody was kind of aggravating her and everything. But this, of course, this is before social media and everything. It's even before ET and Inside Edition and all that stuff. So, um, but yeah, I mean, people teased her and said horrible things about her. National Enquirer was always trashing her and everything. So, I mean, this particular person is just like National Enquirer. Now, I will say this about the National Enquirer. There has been times that National Enquirer has gotten it right. And then every other time, they probably made it up as they went. And, but, no, I don't like to talk about this particular person, and I do refrain myself from talking about them. And, because, there are other channels that can do a way better job than I can, because they know more about this person's history nasty, vile history longer than I have, because I never did know who she was. And then everybody was talking about this person, and I went and I was like, wow. And I did subscribe to this person, but I did not realize just how mean and evil and, nasty this person was. So when I found out, I unsubscribed, and I hadn't looked back, and that's been about 3 years ago. And it was right around the time of the lockdown. So I think I was subscribed to her about a month right before the lockdown, and then I said, I ain't gonna be a part of this. I ain't gonna be a part of somebody trashing a family because she's jealous of them. Now, what Josh Duggar did was disgusting. He's exactly where he should be. And I think there's more to the story to Jim Bob Duggar. And I wish, I have a feeling that things about him will be coming out. I know that Ginger wrote a book about growing up, and I don't know how well it's doing or when it's coming out or if it has come out, but I think what Ginger is doing is she's trying to tell her side of the story. She's trying to, because I think she's changed her mind about a lot of things. This is someone who has worn open heels. She's worn shorts, and I think I did see a picture of her in a short, like a mini dress, which she looked absolutely beautiful. Um, so a lot of these girls are getting away from Jim Bob and Michelle and just doing what they want, which they should. And if you're married, then you have a right to do what you want. And so, um, but anyway, that is my rant. And um, I'm so sorry for doing that. I felt like I was going to sneeze, and I didn't want to sneeze on air. So, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell so you'll know when I come up with a video. Please comment below if you like to. And again, thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you to my new subscribers. I'm still hoping maybe by the end of this year. I know this year's just started. It's February, almost March, but I'm hoping maybe to get to maybe 100 or 250 by the end of the year. I'm trying to do good content, my own content. Um, I'm learning. I'm learning how from other YouTube channels. I'm learning how they conduct themselves, how, wonderful these ladies are. And I want to give a shout out to some ladies out there. First of all, Charlotte on the web, thank you so much for your support and everything. Let me see, cause I got a bunch here, but I want to get their names right. Suzanne is Salty, that crazy feminist writer. A shout out to her. A shout out to Scraptastic Yarns. Let's see. A shout out to Llama Mama Kayla. Scraptastic Yarns is really good. She does a Bible study every morning. She reads scripture. Lovely, lovely lady. So shout out to her. Please check out her channel. Um, Llama Mama Kayla. She does crocheting. A lovely, lovely lady. Please check her out. Um, that's about it. Um, so please go and check those ladies out. So please hit like and subscribe to my channel. Please comment below if you want to. And please hit that notification bell so you know when I come up with a new video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Good night and God bless.